Hey, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. All right. Bear with me. Let's check the feed real quick. All right, Shalom. Okay. All right, we in there. Hey, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect. Is pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. Back with another lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. All right. I just had a few words. You know, it's a lot of shit going on, man. Like I said, I titled this show "Is Looking Bad for America on All Fronts." All right, there's a lot of shit happening right now, man. And the first point I want to make, all right, because it's a lot. You got the situation with Fauci, how he lied to everybody. Matter of fact, let me pull that up because I was gonna put it in the screen, but I don't know. YouTube might try to do some funny stuff. So, but pretty much this hit the news, right? This hit the news back on June 5th. So about a few days ago, right? And you can pull this up or whatnot. I don't know if I can put it in the screen. I don't know if you can really see it. Yeah, it's a little blurry. But it says it says the COVID guidelines caused millions to suffer. Now Fauci admits there was no science behind it. It says Dr. Anthony Fauci told members of Congress that the COVID guidelines he preached in 2020 had no scientific support. All right. So, man, so we're watching to see what's going to come out of this. Lord willing, it's going to be, sedition, things of that nature, because he was grilled on the panel by some congressmen. All those videos are online, right? And pretty much he tried to blame the ones that didn't take it for being the reason why millions of lives were lost, So it's a lot of bullshit, a lot of confusion. But like the elder said, let me get that real quick. This is Job 13. All right. This is Job 13 and verse 4. It says, but you are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. Right. So here it is. This situation that came up back in 2020. All right. Where they had the whole world in the uproar and told everybody that they had to wear a mask and how this, make-believe disease was causing so many deaths and, just the whole thing, man. All right. And they had the whole world in shambles. Here it is. Now it's coming out that they straight up lied to the people, man. All right. And millions of lives are lost behind that shit, man. All right. Family members, even my family members, brothers, family members, friends, people that you may know that took the shit, man. Suffering complications and, health problems and shit like that. But once again, that's what happens. All right. When you trust the devil, that's the scriptures say to never trust our enemy. And I want to get this real quick too. And like I said, I was just, thinking out loud because the headlines is crazy. You got Trump. You got Trump that's found guilty of like 54 plus charges. All right. Joe Biden's son is on crack. All right. He just got found guilty for some gun charges and shit like that. All right. America is like $315 trillion in debt. Shit is nuts out here, man. All right. But the Lord is showing us, right, the shameful spewing. And then on top of that, hey, America is on his way out. All right. When the scriptures say that the Lord has numbered this place and finished it, it's over out here, man. And we're gonna continue to echo that, man, because it's a done deal. There's so much shit going on. It's hard to keep up. Right. But the Lord is bringing that shameful spewing upon this man's glory. All right. America's a big fucking joke. World War III is prepared. All right. Russia, The troops are armed, they're ready, man. It's just hot right now. Prophecy is extremely hot. But anyway, not to ramble, right? Just want to say a few words. Keep this quick. All right. But anyway, this is Isaiah 30, Isaiah 30. All right. Isaiah 30:1, and it reads, it says, woe to the rebellious children, say of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that take counsel, but not of me. And here's another point too, right? I was looking at an article here about how the so-called Black and Hispanic are, what they're doing to to prepare their vote, to vote for Trump and shit like that. Here it is. All this shit is going on. All right. And Jake is still trusting in oppression, man. And the scriptures tell us to not trust in oppression, man. Niggas trying to make their vote count. 2024, this is the year we're gonna make it count. This is it right here. We need Trump back in office. But here it is. Years ago, he was like the main villain, right? You hated this nigga, right? Now you see that Biden is fucking up the country, right? Now you want Trump back in office, and really, you niggas haven't realized that whether it's Biden, Trump, or whoever, they all play for the same team, man. All right, they all work for the elites at the end of the day, man. All right, so once again, 2/3 of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics are clueless, man. Right? But the Lord put that spirit on you to trust in this place to your own demise anyway, right? Isaiah 30:1, it says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not in my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So the more you continue to trust in the politics and the presidential candidates and the economy and all this, because people really think that shit is about to bounce back. Here it is. America is at the doorstep of World War III. All right, the dollar was Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken. All right, some other countries as well, pretty much are dropping they've dropped the petrodollar, man. So this is about to have some type of impact on everybody, across the country. All right, we're in the time of the demise of the dollar bill. Remember, at the end of the day, as we continue to push, right, the MOTB has to be made mainstream. They got to go ahead and issue this thing out, man. All right, so all roads, as brothers say, all roads lead to the MOTB. Right, that prophecy is right around the corner. Hell, it's already here, man. They're already pumping it. They already got people that's getting the CHIP, right? It's here, man. All right. It says, read that again, Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you Israelites, you will be the rebellious children. All right. All you Jakes that still trust in this dying system, man. Right? It says that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit. And that covering that Jake covers himself with is a false covering. All right, it's not going to protect you from the things to come. All right, Jacob's trouble is slowly but surely creeping into this thing, man. All right, it's about to get real fucking ugly out here for a lot of you Jakes. All right, it says. But not in my spirit that they may add sin to sin. It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, and to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, right? Because you trusted it, and you trusted in Biden, you trusted in Trump, man. You believed the narrative that they put out there concerning the the JAB, the COVID, right? It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, and to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's exactly what it is. It's just a shadow. All right. It's just a false covering. It's not gonna protect you. And people are seeing that now, man. That's why, in the spirit, this whole thing with Fauci being grilled on the stand and all of that, hey, this is only gonna bring up more division throughout the society, man. All right, people are mad as hell, man. A lot of people trusted in the system. They trusted in the so-called science, right? You all remember back then when it all went down. People were divided, families were divided, friends were divided. You couldn't go to the cookout. You couldn't go to grandma's house. You couldn't go to the wedding. All right, you couldn't go to the high school graduation. Right, people was talking shit. right? If you ain't got it, then hey, stay far away from me. All of that. People was real proud. Now look at you, right? It says, verse 3, it says, Isaiah 30:3, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. You see that? It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion, man. And hey, this scripture is so cold right here because this is literally playing out right now, man. People have put their heart and soul into the system, into the presidency, and into these candidates, and to the science and all the bullshit, man. Now it's all led to your shame and confusion. Look at these people, man. All right, over the past 4 years now, people dropping dead all over the planet Earth behind the JAB, man. Only to find out that all of that shit was bullshit, man. That's crazy, right? That's crazy work, as they say, right? Man, you see? So it's like the implosion is bound to happen, man, in some form or fashion, all right? You got these Edomites, they're ready to go to war over Trump. Here it is. This nigga's a whole felon, right? But he could still run for presidency, all right? They said, I heard on the radio, they said if he get locked up, he could still have the operation as the president in jail. This shit is through out here, man. I don't know what else to tell you, right? But that's why I said America's looking terrible right now, right? It says, verse 4, for the princes were at Zoan and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of people, Salaki, they were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor being help, nor profit, but shame and also reproach. And this is what happened. This is what's happening to you Jakes, man. All right, the hell with Esau and the rest of these heathen. We talking about you Israelites, you tribes, man. All right, everything that you built your foundation upon here in Babylon, America, is now has led to your shame and reproach. All right, it's literally it's a fucking circus out here, man. It's like it's a shit show, man. All right, you can't make this up. All right, the military is done. All right, the economy is finished. All right, like we said, let me get that because as I brought out the article and some lessons before about that $315 trillion of debt that won't be paid off. Right, that's why the scriptures say Jeremiah 51. All right, let's get that real quick. Excuse me, this is Jeremiah 51 in verse. Excuse me. Jeremiah 51, and I'll start at 5 and get to the point. The title of this chapter is Judgment Against Babylon. Jeremiah 51 and 5, it says, for Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Verse 6, it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul, right? So it's time to spiritually detach your mindset from out of America. This is what the Lord is saying. It's time to leave this place behind in the spirit. All right. It says, and deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense and reward. And we've seen these things stack up. All right. It says, verse 7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua's hand. And it says that have made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. And that's twofold, man. You know, the nations have drunken the wicked wines and philosophies of Babylon, man. All right. The Satanism, the homosexuality, the transformism, democracy, Western imperialism, all right, which basically has destroyed these nations, right? In the name of democracy, in the name of foreign policy, right? These nations have been destroyed, all right. And it says they're mad because right now, what do we see? We see the nations rising up against this place, man. All right. Ezekiel 38, the alliances with Turkey, Russia, China, Libya, Ethiopia, as it goes into all of these nations are aligning themselves with Russia, all right, to come against the West, right? So this is a very pivotal time in prophecy. All right. As I say all the time, the prophecies as we see are being activated on a high level right now. All right, because the time is short. All right. Romans 13 told us that. Romans 13 and 11. Now is a high time that we wake out of sleep. For now, our salvation is nearer than we believe, man. This shit is close. All right. So something major is bound to go down. Lord willing, this year. That's why the apostles coined the year 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All the Lord willing, all these prophecies come to pass. That's going to continue to accelerate the destruction of this place, man. That's why it's like, man, I was excited because this is like, everything that we see in the news panning out right now is all leading to what? To the demise of Babylon and ultimately what? The salvation of the Lord's elect. All right, you brothers out there, you brothers and sisters out there, you see this shit. Go look on the news. Hey, look on the news. All it does, like the apostle said, all it takes is a good Google search, man. Go check it out. All right, there's so many things that's hitting this place from every angle. That's why this place is looking terrible right now, man. But anyway, Jeremiah 51 and 8, it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed, right? So that ties into what I'm saying. All right, it said that Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. All right, it's looking bad on all fronts right now. Right, there's no way that this place can bounce back from what's happening right now. This is all the will and judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Verse 9, it says, we would have healed Babylon, right? We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, right? This place can't be healed, starting with the economy, with the debt that this place is in. You talking about 315 trillion. All right, it's a wrap, man. This place has been set up to fall. All right, because remember, the elites have to get rid of this current system to bring in the new one, which is going to be a full-blown digital currency system where all your purchases, everything that you do is going to be monitored and tracked. You're going to be owned by the elite, man. All right, that's the image of the beast that's basically speaking right now. The image is speaking. All right, these the powers that be, if you will, the elites are ready to usher in this thing. All right, so things are moving rapidly. It says we would have healed Jeremiah 51 and 9. It says we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Right? So it's a wrap for this place. It said that the judgment of Babylon have reached up to the heavens, man. So this place so basically Babylon has a mighty tab that it has to pay. All right. And this place is this place is being set up to go down in a horrible manner. Right? You can't make this up. There's even talks about Trump, I don't want to say it, but of him getting pretty much unalive type, scenarios, man. Right? So who knows what these devils got planned, man? But something is going to take the world by storm. Even Trump was making the subliminals when he was in office. He was saying that he kept saying that the storm was coming in a lack of better words. You brothers, you remember when he was saying that pretty much the storm was coming, right? The major storm was coming in a lack of better words. So whatever it is, it's about to be major, and it's basically going to turn America upside down, man. That's the point. You see? Let's grab some more scriptures, right? Just making this quick. All right. So this is Revelation. Heavy times right now, man. All right. So this is Revelation 18 and verse 4, and it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. All right. Which that would be the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai as the elect are going up into the chariots, all right, for salvation. It says, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins. It says, and that you receive not of her plagues. And in the nuclear destruction is part of the plagues, right? Pursuing to Zechariah 14 and 12, right? It says, verse 5, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, right? For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Shem Shai have remembered her iniquities. So the Lord hasn't forgotten anything, any of the sins and transgressions of this place. All right. This place was established off of straight up wickedness, man. Rape, robbery, and murder of the tribes, sorcery, witchcraft, masonry, Satanism, idolatry. Right. This place was established off pure wickedness. And the Lord didn't forget that. This is why we're seeing these things happen. Right. So when you look at the news and you see all the doom and gloom, so-called, and the calamities and all of that stuff, all these things that are happening, just know that this is the Lord. This is the divine will of the Lord. Right. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Shem Shai have remembered her iniquities. Verse 6, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, double unto her, double according to her works in the cup which she have filled to her double. So this place is going to be double rewarded by the Most High, man. All right. Verse 7, it says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit as a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. Right. So it's simply time for the Lord to work, as the scriptures say. It's time for this place to receive is just due. You know, all of the madness is going on. Here it is. We're in the month of June, right? Which is the nasty people month. You know, the what brothers say, the mental sickness month. You see what I'm saying? So this place, man, basically the audacity of this place, man. It tells us that in Jeremiah 50 that this place has been most proud against Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. It says, finishing it out, it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power, Yahweh Shem Shai, who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, when they shall see, it says, in Salaki, let me read that again. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Right? Because, hey, when this place goes down, when it falls, it's going to be known all around the planet. All right? It says, verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Right. And that's all it's going to take for Yahweh Shem Shai to fully do away with this place. All right. 1 hour. All right. This is why the Lord put the spirit on Esau to create those hypersonic missiles, those intercontinental ballistic missiles. Right. Isaiah 54, real quick. Let's make that point. You know, this is just in the spirit, you know, thinking out loud pretty much. Isaiah 54 and verse 16, it says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. All right. And the smith, going back to the scientists, when you go into that word, if I'm not mistaken, it goes back to artificer. Right, which that's tied back to which is tied back to Cain, right? When you look into it, all right, because you know Cain was the first to create those weapons, right? Showing you that these are the descendants of Cain. And the Lord put the spirit on these Temanites, the so-called wise men of Esau, all right, these Amalekites, to create this nuclear technology that we see that's being flaunted today by these nations, man. All right. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Right? For whose work? For Yahweh Shem Shai's work. It says, and I have created the waster to destroy, which is the nuclear missiles, man, the ICBM nuclear missiles. All right. So pretty much everything is going according to the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. And we're seeing this thing play out beautifully right now, man. Right? Super heavy. Isaiah 13, just to add in there, Isaiah 13 In verse 4, it says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. So he's gathering the armies up. Right? As I did the lesson, Putin said they have missiles pretty much in the reach of America, roughly paraphrasing, man. Right? So the missiles are ready. Everything is pretty much being strategically set up in place for things to go down as the Lord planned it to go down. All right, this is what we're making plain unto you. Okay, it says, verse 5, Isaiah 13:5, it says, they come from a far country, from the inner heaven. That's the ICBM nuclear missiles. Even the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai in the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. And that whole land is what? America, Babylon. All right. According to Bible prophecy, this place is about to be wiped out. You see, it says, verse 6, it says, how ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. All right. So the prophets are out here howling. You know, we're letting you know the times that we are entering into. All right, a time of trouble, a time of great despair. All right, it says, therefore, it's Isaiah 13:7. It says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one another, and their faces shall be as flames. Because, pretty much these people are going to be scorched in that nuclear destruction, in that fire. Verse 9, it says, behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. See? Verse 10, it says, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall give their light. The sun shall be darkened and is going forth, and the moon should not. Salakia, my page is ripped. And the moon should not carry light to shine. It says, I will punish the world for the evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause their arrogant. Salakia, let me pull this up. My page is ripped out. Salakia. Let me pull this out. I'll finish it out. Salakia. Let's pull that back up. Page was torn out. Bear with me. I'm going to finish that out. Where were we at? Isaiah 13:10, right? Isaiah 13:10. Let's pull that up real quick. All right, so back in Isaiah 13:10, it says, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened and is going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. It says, verse 11, my point. It says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And that's heavy too, because once they crash this dollar, once they get rid of this internet, all of these things are in the making here. You know, once they get rid of this money, once they crash the internet, all of that pride, all of that arrogancy is going to cease to exist. Right? The Lord is going to bring this place low. He's going to bring the people low. Isaiah 26. You know? See, right now, people are proud. You know, you can still so-called get the bag right now. You got niggas boasting about how rich they are, how much money they fucking got. You know, but when all of that disappears, that's when humility is going to set in. That's when the great humbling is going to take place, right? There's Isaiah 26 in verse 5. It says, for he bringeth down them that dwell on high. The lofty city he layeth it low. And America will represent that lofty city, because this place is proud and the people in it. Everybody's proud. You know, a lot of people feel like, you know, what we say is not going to happen. People feel like they're untouchable, that they're never going to lose. You know, it's a heavy spirit of pride out here, man. And the Lord is going to lay all of this shit low. It says, It says, for he bringeth, Isaiah 26:5, for he bringeth down them that dwell on high, the lofty city, he layeth it low, even to the ground, right? Even to the ground, he bringeth it even to the dust, all right? So this is what we see right now, all right? The Lord is because that dust represents confusion. So as we see, as this place is looking bad on all fronts, the Lord is literally bringing Babylon down to the dust, all right? It's a heavy spirit of distrust, division, and confusion that's on these people, man. Right? Because a lot of people are coming to the conclusion of the matter that the government doesn't have your best interests at heart. Right? People are now realizing that, look, they're being poisoned through all the fucking food. Everything we eat is trash out here, man. Everybody's fucking sick and dying all over the place, and that's because of the food. Right? People are realizing they're not even eating real food out here, man. Right? The chemtrails, forget about that. Right? You got the chemtrails, you got the shit that's in the water, you got the what's the biggest thing that's in the news now? The matter of fact, I was just looking at it. Let me pull that up. I was just looking at it. Bear with me. Let me see if I can pull that article up. Bear with me. All right, about the it was about the microplastics. Let me see. I just came across a little headline on that. Bear with me 1 second. So it says, and this is the headline here. It says, what could be done? Salakia. Damn. You won't let me in there? Salakia. It says, what can be done to prevent DNA-sized plastics from invading our bodies, man? Hey, it's over out here, man. All right. We're basically, hey, we're destroyed on every side out here, man. The only way out of this thing is Yahweh Shema Washah, man. Right? And this is why the Lord said, if he didn't speed up the days, let's get that too. Right? Matthew 24 and verse 21. All right, Matthew 24, verse 21, red letter Yahweh Shai speaking, it says, for there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. All right, a time that we can't even really describe to you in words. All right, just know that it's going to be a very wicked time, a very troubling time. All right, verse 22, the point. It says, except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. Right, except those days be short. So everything, as we see, the acceleration of the prophecies, the Lord, how he's speeding the days up. Right. It says there shall no flesh be saved, right? Because look at the things that we have to deal with. As I was mentioning of the food, the air, the water, the shit that they're putting in our bodies, all right? The things that we have to go through on a daily basis, man. That's why, as I said before, it's really through the mercy of Yahweh Shema Washai that we continue to live on as we live on, man. All right? Because we're literally being killed out here. All right? There was an article that I read too, right? Let me pull that up. It says, matter of fact, I'll read it because I had made mention of it, and I'll go back to the scripture, right? But it says here, this is from Collapse News. It says, never forget that your own government tried to unalive you, all right? It has the M word there, the M-U-R-D-E-E-R, right? But the headline, reading it again, it says, never forget that your own government tried to unalive you. This is from the Edomite Mike Adams, all right, from Natural News. He says, each day that you wake up, never forget that your own government plotted to unalive you with a theatrical pandemic that was engineered as a fear psyop to convince you to line up and to take an experimental M to the R to the N to the A injection that programmed your body cells to manufacture spike protein bioweapons with the intended purpose of ending your life. It says, if you ever trust a single thing that your government says, does, or demands, you are suffering either from Stockholm syndrome or severe brain damage. If you continue to follow your government's advice on health and medicine, you will likely soon find yourself dead. He was going in. All right. It says, last paragraph, it says, Depop, you know the word, is their goal, and juices are their weapons. Demics are their fear engine, and censorship is how they prevent people from coming to their senses and seeing right through the whole charade. Right. So that's what's going on now. And it was heavy too. This fucking devil lied to you about this whole campaign, this whole situation with the JAB, man. You had brothers' videos taken down, channels striked for bringing out information, and here it is. Now it comes out that these niggas lied to everybody about this shit. The audacity of these devils, man. This is why Esau is going to go down in a horrific way, right? But once again, as we were reading earlier in Isaiah, the 30th chapter, that's what you people get, for trusting in your enemy, for trusting in Pharaoh, man. It all led to your shame and confusion, just as the Lord said, and it happened. You see that? People quiet as hell. Hey, people are quiet as hell. You don't hear nobody talking about this shit. We the only ones talking about it. People was walking around with their chest out, talking big shit. Oh yeah, I got this. I got the triple booster. I got this. I got that. I'm good. Now look at your ass, man. Matthew 24 and verse 22, it says, except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, man. It's all about the elect of the Most High, man. These things are happening for the elect's sake, man. Right? Like the multiple videos that have come out. Those that didn't bow down, those that didn't submit, consider yourselves blessed, man. Not one of us, not any of us have gotten sick since then, man. Right? But look at all these people around us, man, dropping dead, heart complications, lung issues, blood clots, all types of shit, man. This is why the Lord said, never trust thy enemy, man. Now you get it. Right? So beautiful times, man. That's all I can really say, man. Let me get in a few more and we'll wrap it up. I pray I'm not ranting all over the place, but like I said, you just go look in the news, man. Go type shit in, watch some videos, man. It's nuts right now, man. This is Lamentation. Let's go there. Right? Lamentation. I was thinking about that. Lamentations 4. And before I read that one, let me get this one first. There's Lamentations 4:21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz, right? Which you could tie that to Babylon, America. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. You see that? But this is what the Lord is doing. All right. Esau has been drunken, and the Lord has made him naked. Right. So when you're naked, it's going into what? The exposure. All right. Everything is being exposed. The inner workings of the system. All right. How these damn devils just lied to millions of people across the planet over the whole JAB campaign, right? Trump, the criminal charges and shit. Biden is unfit to rule, which all of this shit is set up anyway. Like I said earlier, his son is on crack, right? Gun charges. It's just a madhouse out here, man. World War III, the CHIP, famines, plagues. Hey, what's another thing? The bird flu, right? That's the next thing that's hitting the headlines right now. They had to cull off like about over 4 million chickens, cows, shit like that. So what else? The bridge collapse in Baltimore and all over the place. It's like the elite said, the polycrisis, man, multiple crises happening all together at the same time. But anyway, it says, Lamentations 4:22, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished. O daughter of Zion, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. Right. So we're in a time of what? Of our captivity being fulfilled. Meaning the Lord is coming to redeem us out of slavery, out of the grips of Esau, out of Babylon, man. Right? It tells us the same thing in Isaiah, the 40th chapter, right? And I'll go back to that. Let me just get that real quick. Isaiah 40 and 1, it says, comfort ye, my people, saith your power. Verse 2, speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished. You see that? That her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she have received of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai's hand double for all her sins. So now the Lord is saying that our warfare is accomplished, meaning now our jail sentence is up. Now it's time for us to be released. That's what's going on right now. This is why all of these things are happening in America and around the world for the sake of the Lord's people. Right? This is the vengeance, the scriptures say, this is the vengeance of the Lord's temple. These things that are happening biblically are for the Israelites. All right? For the Lord's people. This is why this is happening. All right? It says back in Lamentations 4 and 22, it says, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished. All right? So now we know what that means. O daughter of Zion, see? He will no more carry thee away into captivity. This is our last captivity. All right? In Babylon the Great, America. All right, it says, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins, and that's what's going on, which aids into what? Into the shameful spewing upon this man's glory. All right, all of the bullshit, all of this stuff that we see that's taking place right now, the social division. All right, the people are straight up psychopaths. People are bugging the hell out. You know, people are plagued with all types of spirits, demons. All right, the scriptures tell us that the love of many shall wax cold. Right, there's been all types of crazy murders happening over the past months. People offing their kids, offing their loved ones. You know, there's a lot of shit happening, man. But as the scripture said, he will discover thy sins. Right, this devil lied to millions of people, man. I'm not going to stop talking about that, man. Right, you can go on the internet. There's all types of news coming out about it. It's all over the YouTube. Right? They just made this shit up. 6 feet apart. Trust the science. Trust this. You know, trust the facts. Niggas was lying the whole time, man. Right? So if some type of war doesn't play out from this, you know, hey, we'll see. Right? But this is all aiding into the tension, man. All right? The social unrest, so on and so forth. So woe unto you niggas, right? That trust in this place. Let me get that real quick. All right. Lamentations 4, same chapter, right? Verse 17, it says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us, right? So you niggas running down to the voting polls talking about, yo, we gonna get Trump, niggas for Trump. You got niggas for Trump, Latinos for Trump, right? You trust in the nation that cannot save you. You trust in the same nation that put your ass in hardcore captivity, that said that your life don't matter, that you were 3/5 of a person, that you don't count, right? But somehow all of this shit has been done away with, and now you have a chance to be equal in the society and shit, man. Jake is still believing in this so-called American dream, man. That's why many of you Israelites, all right, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics, you're going to be thrust through with the sword, as it told us in Isaiah 13 and 15, man. Right? If you want to be joined hand in hand with this place, you're going to be thrust through with the sword. That's all we can tell you, man. All right? Because the scriptures told us that what? That Jake was hard-hearted, stiff-necked, man. Niggas ain't going to listen. Right? But the Lord has basically given you over to your own, to the fruits of your own ways. That's why we say the hell with 2/3 of our people, man. They're not going to make it anyway. All right, here it is. The Lord has given us all the signs. He's given us all the clues, right? We have the understanding of why the things are happening the way they are, man. And they're being declared unto you. All right, but only the hopeful elect is taking heed to the words at the end of the day, man. So pretty much, man, it's a wrap for this place, man. It's looking bad for America on all fronts right now. And the Lord said that sorrows, let me get that too, that sorrow should come upon this place, upon the world on every side. Let's get that real quick and we'll wrap it up. Not to rant or nothing like that. But it's just mad. It's just a madhouse out here, man. And we're the only ones that's speaking on it. Where's that at? That's in 2nd Ezra 16. Second Ezra 16 in verse 37, it says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack." Right? We see that. Everything that we were just talking about is drawing near and it's not slacking. It's like the Lord is accelerating it. Okay? Every day something new is coming up. It's getting worse. Right? America's looking even more worse than it was before. It just keeps stacking up. It says, verse 38, 2nd Ezra 16 and 38, "As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment." Right? So that birth is getting ready to happen. Excuse me. And that birth is tied back to what? To the arrival of Yahweh Bashim Awashai and the full destruction of Babylon, man. All right? It says, verse 39, it says, "Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth." All right? Everything that we see that's going on. "And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side," man. So as I said, going back to the title of the show, it's looking bad on all fronts. There's no saving this place. It's a wrap out here, man. So that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna leave it there. Just I ain't want to be too long-winded, man. It's just a lot going on in the headlines, man, which all determine the total destruction of Babylon, which is America, according to the Bible, the salvation of the Lord's elect, of the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, you Israelite foreigners that have been scattered abroad that believe on the gospel. All right. Hey, the time is now, man. So get excited. It's going down. And Lord willing, you were informed and also edified, man. Just keep your eyes glued to the prophecies. Keep your eyes on the news, because the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh are the true spiritual forecasters, if you will, man. So I'm going to leave it like that. I pray that you were edified. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to our Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. Hey, shalom.